would break my heart in two if you should fall into my arms. Tremble like a big one. Hey, Boozhoo ni Janashinabe Doog. Welcome to my podcast on Ojibwe language and culture. Today's special word, wabigwan, flower. Wabigwan oe, this flower. You might be asking yourself, awan and oe, what is this? And I would say, wabigwan oe, this is a flower, a big one. Yeah, so let's see, what can I say about wabigwan? You know, wabigwan's a good gift. You can give it to your weenie mushane. You can give it to your sweetheart, weenie mushane. And you know who else likes wabigwan? Wabigwanan likes flowers. Your grandma. Gina Comis. Give a big one to Gina Comis, your grandma. I'm telling this to you kids. Grandma doesn't want you to buy her anything. You know, she can buy her own stuff. Don't go to the store and buy her a scarf. You know, go outside. If it's a spring, you know, like during Mother's Day, go pick her some flowers. Or, you know, this Christmas, if you got a Nokomis, draw her a picture. Draw a picture of the two of you and then put it in a nice frame. You know, that's what I did. It's hanging on the wall over there. I tell you, when you give a gift that's something you made, it's like telling them, you know, I love you so much. I would work for hours to make your gift. You know, buying a gift is easy, but to make a gift, you know, that's real love. Isn't that right? We need Mushane. Okay. Well, that's all I have for today. Wabigwan, flower. And you know, go out and pick a flower for your sweetheart or your grandma or somebody. All right. You got anything you want to add to this, sweetie? Okay. Well, then I'm gonna say, thank you for watching. Miigwech.
You also play piano, I believe.
Yes, I do. Violin, I haven't touched for years. I learnt it as a child, and it was very useful for me, actually. I really did get some good things like music theory. That was very important for me. The piano is my instrument. That's the one I really play.
Do you write your songs on a piano?
Always with piano. I've never written a song without the piano. We write songs together. Yeah, he's my partner. The thing about arrangements is that although you can actually control the arrangements ultimately, so much of it is to do with what the musicians are giving you. Often session musicians will not be shown what the song's about. They just come in and they play G, D minor, A, and they go away. And what I wanted to get them emotionally involved. I think it's very important because music is emotion, it's feeling, it's flying, it's spirit. And what they did was they allowed me to give them the song with the lyrics, with all the thoughts that had gone into writing it. And I think the end product has really benefited from them putting their feelings in as well as their very good technique.
What did we promise too long ago and so far away? Something I did, but there are some things best kept hid. When it all comes crashing down, now it all comes crashing down. It just all came crashing down. Now it all comes crashing down. And it feels like we've been here before, but I don't know why. I don't know what for. So here we are, joined for years, but worlds apart. And the kids are grown and gone. So why does this feel? Why does it feel so wrong? And it seems like we've come to an end. Will you still be my only friend? Oh, it feels like we've come to an end. Will you please be my only friend? When it all comes crashing down, now it all comes crashing down. It just all came crashing down. Now it all comes crashing down. And it feels like we've been here before, and I don't know why. I don't know what for. Oh, it seems like we've come to an end. Now will you still be my only friend? When it all comes crashing down, now it all comes crashing down. It
Boozhoo ni jana shanabe du. An emotion dijan the cause. Nieman windem o ma noon goo. Miigwech bizen dawi yeg. Now please welcome Nana Boozhoo. Oh, gee, you really did a good job on a mush. That's my Niji there, on a mush. Oh, I might have to make you the regular announcer, eh? Hey, I just want to take a minute here to invite you to come over and watch Like Snow on Skin. It's a new collection of songs. These are just the songs we've recorded recently, and I just put it up on YouTube. So come on over and click the link. And I also want to say miigwech to all the people who've written in, and it just makes me feel good that you like my songs. And I also want to say miigwech to all my Nijis out there who helped me out on these songs in the recording. You guys are the best. I really miss you. All right, well, I will see you again. Kigawa min minawa hoa. He says to me, I didn't know what to do, so I called Monty. I go, Monty who? He goes, no, Monty. And I realized he was saying my auntie. Oh, Hey, Boozhoo ni jana shanabe dug. Welcome back to Boozhoo Nana Boozhoo. And part 2 of the Mixed Blood book review. Alright, so I'm gonna jump right in here. You guys know where you are. We're on page 5. And there's a picture of a castle. Alright, I'm just going to start. Meanwhile, miles away in the ancient castle of the Blood family, Vladimir and Tina Blood, along with their daughter Lilith, were anxiously awaiting to hear from Dr. Fang. Vladimir, Mrs. Blood, Ms. Blood, please sit down. I'm afraid I have some bad news, the werewolf doctor said gravely. Tina reached for her husband's hand as her eyes filled with tears. Vladimir smiled reassuringly at his beloved and calmly wiped away a tear from her cheek. Without looking away from his dear wife, Vladimir said, Continue, doctor. How long do I have? Maybe a week, he replied. Maybe less. Lilith abruptly stood up and hurled her goblet across the room. It smashed into pieces upon the far wall. This is outrageous, she cried. Lilith, my dear, Tina began. Oh, that's not her voice. Lilith, my dear, Tina began. Lilith swung around and, bending down to meet her stepmother's eyes, screamed, This is all your fault, Tina. He never would have given up blood if not for you. Vladimir got out of bed and shouted, That's enough. I went vegetarian for my own reasons. I knew the risks. Your mother never asked me to do this. She's not my mother, Lilith shot back. And if you hadn't married an elf, you never would have given up on being a vampire. My darling daughter, I know you are upset, but we've been through this 100 times before, Vladimir said calmly. Now, go get your sister. I want to see my precious Amix one more time before I go. Lilith paused to collect herself. Yes, father, she replied. I will get my half-sister. How could she refuse her father's dying request? I could fly there in half the time than it takes for me to ride. No, take a horse and bring one of the does for Amix, the aged vampire replied. She'll want to go for a ride after being locked up in that dreadful boarding school. As you wish, father, Lilith said, and turned to leave. Tina helped Vladimir back to bed. Perhaps she's right, Vladimir, she began. What do you mean, my love? Perhaps you should drink blood again. Never, Vladimir exclaimed. When I married you, my dear, I swore off that lifestyle forever. Darling, I never asked you to do that. You were a blood-sucking vampire when I met you. You were a blood-sucking vampire when I fell in love with you. Why won't you become that blood-sucking vampire once again and save yourself? She asked. You know very well why I cannot do that, he replied. What, my parents? Are you still trying to win my father's approval? Vladimir, we've been through all this. It isn't you. It never was you. My father just has a thing against vampires. No, it isn't that, dear, Vladimir said, taking his beloved's hand once again. I could only imagine how I would feel if you came home one night with so much as a hickey. How could I ever bite another person on the neck? I'd never be able to look at myself in the mirror again. Honey, Tina said, smiling, you're a vampire. You don't have a reflection. Vladimir smiled lovingly back at his wife and said, Yes, my love, how right you are. It's just an expression. Then bite my neck, sweetheart, Tina said, pulling on her collar. I'm afraid I could never do that either, he replied. I love you for who you are, exactly as you are. I never wished you were another vampire. I could have made you a vampire years ago and spared my family the scandal. But I wouldn't want you any other way. Dr. Fang was moved by Vladimir's Blood's heartfelt speech. Mr. and Mrs. Blood, I will return to my laboratory and continue searching for a treatment for blood dehydration, he said. Thank you, Dr. Fang, Vladimir said. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Tina said. And that's probably a good place to stop. Okay, page 9 of Omnic's Blood by Michael Lyons. All right, miigwech. I will see you again. Gigawaba min, Menowa. Oh, what? I wish I had something to read. Shampoo bottle or something. Hey, honey. Yeah, what is it, Grandma? Can you take me right to the store? Yeah, just a minute. You gonna be long? Am I gonna be long? No, I'm gonna be like normal human time. Na, 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 na. Oh, hey, Boozhoo. I was just sitting here and thinking about what I might want to say for the podcast. And then it came to me, sit, I've been. But then, like, let's say, what if you want to tell a bunch of people to sit? You'd say, a big, I've been, sit, a big, you people sit. Now let's say you want to say sit down, right? You'd say, nabadabin, sit down. And then let's say you want to tell a whole bunch of people to sit down. You'd be like, hey, you people, nabadabig, sit down. You're causing a ruckus. Yeah, okay. I don't know, is this really a show? Maybe I should talk about culture. You know, the Anishinaabe people, we're a very private people. There are some things we only do in private. We don't even, make a podcast while we're doing it. Okay, well, tune in next week when the special word's going to be privacy, eh? Okay, let's see. Where's that toilet paper? You're always kind of looking at the clock and going, okay, I better get this done. I suppose you do that at night too. I gotta go to bed. All right, so let's just skip the intro and do it. All right, this is the story. This is the story. But a lovely lady, eh? No, this is the story of Wagosh and Wabooz, fox and rabbit. Once upon a time, Wagosh was hunting Wabooz. And back in the day, Wabooz, he was kind of like Bugs Bunny. He had magic powers. So I could see that Wagosh was gaining on him. So he looked down at his feet. He says, hey, moccasins, you keep walking. I'm going to jump off the trail here and hide. And so his moccasins just jumped off his feet and they just kept on walking down the trail. Wagosh was fooled and he kept following the trail of what he thought was Wabooz's prince. When he got to the end, he just saw two moccasins sitting there in the snow and he goes, oh, that old Wabooz, he fooled me, but he won't fool me again. For I am Wagosh. I am the fox. I am a great hunter. So he circles back and he goes back to where Wagosh was hiding, where Wabooz was hiding. And by this time, Wabooz, he got a blanket and he put it over his head and he was sitting there, and Wagosh comes up and he thinks he's an old lady. He goes, oh, excuse me, Grandma. Have you seen the rabbit? Have you seen Wabooz? And he goes, oh no, I'm just an old lady sitting here. I haven't seen anybody. And Wagosh goes, okay then. Just as he turns to leave Wabooz, he jumps out of the blanket and he jumps up and he smacks old Wagosh on the head and runs off. And Wagosh goes, oh, that old Wabooz, he fooled me again. I gotta get him. So he starts following his tracks, and this time he's really steamed. And he gets up there and he sees an old man on the side of the road. And he goes, excuse me, grandfather, have you seen Rabbit? Have you seen Wabooz? And the old man goes, no, I was just sitting here. I'm just an old man. I don't know such things about Wabooz. And Wagosh goes, okay then, I'm gonna keep hunting. He passes him, and just then the old man takes off his blanket and he says, oh, it's me, Wabooz, and he smacks him on the head and he runs off again. This time Wagosh is really angry. He goes, oh, that Wabooz, he fooled me, but he won't fool me again, for I am Wagosh. I am the fox, and I am a great hunter. So he starts tracking Wabooz one last time. And he comes up and Wabooz, by this time Wabooz is really getting tired. And he comes up to a tree and he runs around this tree 4 times. And he doesn't know where to go and finally jumps inside the tree. And Wagosh comes up and he says, oh, you think you can fool me this time, Wabooz, but I know you've just changed into a tree, and I will eat you this time. Wagosh goes after the tree and takes a big bite into the tree. And his teeth, he comes back with all his bark, and it just tastes just rotten. And goes, oh, That old Waboos, he fooled me one last time. And he's so angry, he smacks at the tree. But when he smacked at the tree, he actually hit Waboos's nose. And that's why all rabbits today. Okay, this is how I heard the story, and so I better say it because you got to pass along the stories. But he says that it knocked off Waboos's nose, and that's why all rabbits have the little flat nose. But that makes no sense to me. I mean, what? If kids then had flat noses? Anyway, so that's the story of Wagosh and Waboos. Oh, wait. There's no ending to that story. Okay, that's 4 minutes already. I don't know. Can you think we can even use this? Maybe if I added some cartoons or something. Alright, well, hey, you've been watching Boozhoo Nano Boozhoo. And our stories are supposed to have better endings than that. I don't know. Alright, well, my name is Nano Boozhoo. Nano Boozhoo and Indigenous Cause. And I will see you again. Iga Waba Min. Minoa. Oh, what? Okay, what is that? 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Maybe that's too long. I don't know.